Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. Before anyone says, yes, I did shave my beard, so I do look like the age that I actually am. Just going to check to see if everything is on. Everything should be ready. Testing, 1, 2, 3. As we are getting ready on this Good Friday. Hope everybody is having a good Friday. Getting Lent, eating fish and that, but we are kicking off today with 2 games tonight. The first one, obviously, which is the one happening in a couple of minutes, it is the Canterbury Bulldogs against the South Sydney Rabbitohs, the classic Good Friday matchup. Classic as ever since like 2012, but yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting matchup, I must say. There's been a lot of history in this fixture specifically. Obviously, everyone remembers 2015 with the penalty in the last minute, which caused the Bulldogs fans to go, politely saying, fucking ape shit. But, yeah. Some skipped frames, trying to get everything sorted, everything all going okay for the starting of the stream. As the Royal Easter Show is on at the moment, but it's going to be a very interesting. So here's the lineups here that I'm going to write out for both games. For the game tonight. So first off, with the Canterbury Bulldogs, so we've got Meaney at fullback, you got Allen and Katoa on the wings, you got Hopewade and Kotrick in the centres, Lewis at 5'8", and Flanagan at halfback. And you got Hetherington, Katoa, and Napa on the as a hooker prop. You got Waddell and Elliott in second row, and a Tony as the lock. And the subs are Topine, Britt, Stimson, and Ogden. And now with South Sydney, Latrell Mitchell at fullback, Mansour and Johnston on the wings, Gagai and Graham in the centres, Walker as 5'8", and Reynolds at halfback, Totola, Cook and Burgess as the hooker prop, Tsua and Kolomantangi in the second row, and Murray as lock, and the subs are Marshall, Nichols, Magoo and Arrow. Going to be a very interesting matchup, I must say. Just seeing if all the tags are working. So obviously with this is, if you probably see the comment here, thing is obviously the Men of League are doing a thing with the donation for the basically of the for Mosa Masao with his recovery with his massive injury. Basically, I'll put the link to the description so people can donate to the page. I will be donating myself personally. But if any money gets donated to the streams for any time this week, it will just go, 100% of it will go straight to the Meta League donation page for Mosi Masao. To try to figure out who's going to actually win this match, it's going to be very hard to say, because I honestly think the Bulldogs can make this competitive. Like, I know they're second last, and South Sydney, if they win this game, depending on how big the win is, they can go to third if they win, but if they win really well, they move up to second ahead of Parramatta. So it's going to be a very interesting way in seeing of how this will go. I do think it could either be one of two things. Either comes really competitive, or Rabbitohs just run away with it. Which, who knows? So I'm going to put in my prediction. Weather's been pretty good so far in Sydney. Okay, there we are. So that, if it's going to pop up on right there it is. My prediction there, South Sydney to edge it out, with the Bulldogs making it very competitive. Got about 10 minutes remaining until kickoff does happen. So there is another game on tonight. It is the Melbourne Storm and the Brisbane Broncos, which is another very interesting matchup that should be happening. Just trying to get everything working. But yeah, so it's going to be very interesting to actually see what will happen. Basically, it's just a kind of relaxing thing so far for... Just checking to see if I haven't made some spelling mistakes. But yes, we should be all fired up, ready to go. It's going to be very interesting because obviously the Easter show is currently going on at the moment, which should make traffic very, very interesting to see how big this crowd's actually going to be. So just a casual reminder, no game footage will be shown during this stream because the NRL will fine me. You would think on paper, you would think of looking at both teams, you would think South Sydney would completely dominate it. But it is Good Friday, so with Easter, some chocolates. Maybe who will get the chocolates tonight? Or the fish, because it is, of course, Lent. Just checking to see if we've gotten... Everything's going well with all the tags and a little bit of skipped framed issues, but it should be all good. Canterbury Bulldogs versus South Sydney Rabbitohs. I haven't spelt anything wrong. That's always a good bonus. Yeah, we haven't spelt anything wrong. We are all good. There's a little bit of a drop to frame rates, but it's going okay because we actually had zero internet throughout this entire week, so I'm happy with anything at this point, but we should be all good for tonight. What are everybody's bets? What is your bets for this matchup? So it's going to be very... What are the odds, actually? I'm going to check. I'm going to look on Sportsbet and see what are the actual current odds for the Canterbury Bulldogs and South Sydney Rabbitohs game. Bulldogs versus Rabbitohs odds. Betting odds, here we are. So, according to bettingside.com, apparently the Bulldogs are at $9 on Sportsbet to win, which is a very interesting encounter. But also a bit of a reminder that the Bulldogs did beat the Rabbitohs last time they met, round 19 last year, 26-16 it was. So it's going to be very interesting to actually... just going to check to see if you can actually hear me and I've not just been spouting bollocks. Like my mouse moving, but but I'm not actually saying anything. I should be, hopefully. But I'm not actually saying anything. Yep, okay, we are all good. Couple of minutes away, basically, from this next ad break will be the game. Gonna add some. Might actually update the scrolling text actually. There we are, we should be all good. Raring to go here. Good Friday football here. ANZ Stadium as we see the Canterbury Bulldogs take on the South Sydney Rabbitohs. It's been a while, but there is football back at ANZ. But anyways, we are ready. So basically we're just going to go through one quick more run through of the lineups. First off for the Bulldogs, you got Meaney at fullback, you got Allen and Katoa on the wings, Hopewadi and Kotrick in the centres, Lewis at 5'8" and Flanagan at halfback, Hetherington, Katoa and Napa at the hooker, the prop, Waddell and Elliott in the second rows, and a Tony as lock, with the subs of Topine, Britt, Stimson and Ogden. And now for the South Sydney Rabbitohs, Latrell Mitchell at fullback, Mansour and Johnston being the wingers, Gagai and Graham in the centres, Walker at 5'8" and Reynolds at halfback. Got Totola, Cook and Burgess at hooker, Sewer and Colin Matangi in the second row, and Murray at lock, with the subs of Marshall, Nichols, Mago and Arrow on the bench for the South Sydney Rabbitohs. So it's going to be very interesting to see what will actually happen for this matchup in terms of who will win. So currently at the moment with Sportsbet, it is $10 for the Bulldogs to win and $1.05 for South Sydney to win. That is a very, very lopsided prediction as the South Sydney players are coming out there. So all the players coming out with afros to stand with Mossy, and as South Sydney come out now. So the Mentor League donation we stand with Mossy is the donation link. Everyone's coming out with afros to stand with Mossy. What's everyone's predictions be just before the game set to kick off? Should be a very interesting matchup. $1.05 odds for South Sydney and $10 for the Bulldogs on whoever's going to win. So that's going to be a very, very controversial thing. Very close. But, so we're getting ready now. So 4:05 now as the Bulldogs walk out to Stadium in Australia. just one last minute reminder, no game footage will be shown because of copyright reasons. As it is today, World Autism Day as well, as there is a walkout there for the Canterbury Bulldogs. So, there we go. So, game's better kick-off. It looks like the Bulldogs. Pickman Jones, welcome my friend, with the Bulldogs plus 31.5. That is... I think basically if the Bulldogs win, a lot of people are going to make a lot of money from this matchup. So, since 2012, this match has been a fixture. So South Sydney will be kicking off, and it will ignore that. It's not 2 minutes in. There we go. Kickoff is now. South Sydney kick off that way. As the Rabbitohs start as Dylan Napa gets brought down on the 10 for the first tackle. It's going to be, that is number 10. That is Hetherington, who gets held up on the Bulldogs 15. And they go for a quick from the dummy half for the third tackle as Katoa makes it to the Bulldogs 30. And now Meaney picks up from dummy half again and makes it to the Bulldogs 40 on the fourth tackle. Was there a set restart? Oh, it's a first tackle. It was a set restart there. The thing didn't pop up, so it is a second tackle here for the Bulldogs. 35 metres away from the try line. And that is Flanagan, who gets a pass off. And that's Elliott, who brings it on for the third tackle. 25 metres away from the try line here. That is a Tony, who makes it 15 metres away from the try line now for the fourth tackle. No, last tackle, sorry. It's a kick here by Lewis, high up in the air. That has been picked up by Johnston. And Johnston just is able to... Oh, it's Mansell, sorry, who's able just to keep it in. And that is Graham, who gets brought down for the second tackle. Inside the Bulldogs... Inside the Rabbitohs 10. And that is Burgess now. Oh, bit of a hit there on the... Bit of a touch on the head, but that is the third tackle there by the Rabbitohs. Now Kolomatangi now makes a pass onto the Rabbitohs 25 from the fourth tackle. Now it's a big tackle there. That is by Murray. Makes it to the 35. Last tackle here for the Rabbitohs. And that's Reynolds going with a kick across the field. And it's going to go out just short of the Bulldogs 20. Almost close to a 40-20 there, but unfortunately... It has gone out, so it's going to be a set play here for the Bulldogs. So on the Bulldogs 25 is when they start this play. And that is, I believe that is Sewer, who gets brought down for the first tackle near the Bulldogs 30. Second tackle there by for the Bulldogs, and it's by Tatola, who gets it onto the 30 as well. That is Napa, who gets brought down. The tackle is our fourth tackle here for all the Bulldogs. On their 45 as they make it past halfway. They've got numbers down the wing here, but it's a good tackle on Allen there. He gets brought down on the 30, I believe. Last tackle here for the Bulldogs. And it's a high bomb. And it's been caught gracefully there by Johnston. He gets brought down inside the 10 for the first tackle. That is Dane Gagai there being tackled just past the 10 for the second tackle. And now Mansour now fends off one. He gets brought down there by Naba on the Rabbitohs 20 for the third tackle. And now Totola gets an offload there. It's off to Cook. But Cook holds onto the ball and gets brought down on the Rabbitohs 30. Not many meters coming so far here by the Rabbitohs, as Murray gets brought down at the 35. Last tackle here. It was a grubber kick, and it was a big pick up there by Meaney. As Meaney gets brought down on the Bulldogs 25. And now Katoa gets brought down on the 30 for the second tackle. No, that is Hopawade who makes it onto the 40. Quick meter's been coming up here from the Bulldogs. So there are definite positive signs coming in here. As from the fourth, Kotrick gets brought. He's been held up 45 metres away from the try line now. And Flanagan kicks from the fourth. And it's been picked up here by Johnston, who gets brought down on the Rabbitohs 15 for the first tackle. Now Latrell Mitchell gets brought down on the 20 for the second. Well, that's a big wrap up there on Mansour on the Rabbitohs 25 for the third tackle. And now Sewer gets brought down past the 30. There's a tackle 4, and there's looks like number 6 Lewis for the Bulldogs. Looks like a bit worse for wear. I think a knee has collided with his head on Mansour, and he looks like he's a bit dazed. It's kind of what happened to the halfback for Parramatta against the. Yep, he's gone. Lewis is gone. That is a big loss there. Lachlan Lewis, his first appearance at 5'8" since the third round last year, and by the way it's looking, is he might be out for the rest of the match here. There's a collider with a knee, and he tried to get back up, and he looked really, really dizzy, so it is unfortunate there for Lewis. So it looks very unfortunate here. He's still on. Lewis is still on the park, so I don't know how that's going to legally is allowed to happen, but it's last tackle here for the Rabbitohs on their 40. And Reynolds takes the kick. Then there's a bounce, and it's landed there for Meaney. Very interesting how he's able to stay on here. Then there's a second tackle here. That is Kotrick, who gets brought down just in front of the Bulldogs 30 for the second. There's a third tackle here for the Bulldogs on their 45. They have been making really good meters, the Bulldogs, so far in the early parts of this match. It's an offload here for the Bulldogs. They go past halfway, and there's almost a free with the gaff. It's another offload here. They're still going here, the Bulldogs. As that is Flanagan, who makes it 35 metres away from the try line on the fourth tackle. Now Lewis gives off a pass that is to number 11, that is Elliott, who makes it 25 metres away from the try line here. Last tackle. Oh, bit of arse now. Last tackle here, Flanagan. They're passing it down the end. That is to Meaney, but he gets wrapped up on the 10, so it's going to be 4-6 here coming up here for the Rabbitohs. 7 minutes gone, still 0-0. And they're basically, so now Lewis is coming off. I don't understand why he didn't just take him straight off. I don't know how I feel about that, because he got back up and he basically fell over again. The fact that he was on there for another set, that is a bit interesting. So that is the Bulldogs losing their 5'8" here, and Topine is going to come in to replace him. And there's a second tackle there on Latrell Mitchell on the Rabbitohs. I believe that is their 25. That is Burgess now. Getting held up on the 35. But it's going to be a set restart here for South Sydney. That is number 10, Totola. He gets brought down on the Rabbitohs 35. And there's a big pass here to Gagai. He makes it onto the Bulldogs 40. Now 40 metres away from the try line here for the third tackle. And that's a good wrap up there by Hupawade on Damien Cook for the fourth. 35 metres away from the try line now, South Sydney. Now last tackle here, they're inside the 30 metres away from the try line here. There's a kick over the top, and it's been picked up by Meaney. That's the first tackle inside the Bulldogs 10 there. That's Hupawade. Gets held up still in similar territory for the second tackle. And it's third tackle inside the 20 here. So, by the way it's looking so far now, not many metres. Big wrap up. South Sydney really keeping him inside their own 20 of the Bulldogs. 12 tackle as they finally break through there. That is last tackle here for the Bulldogs. And it's kicked on the 25, and it should fall straight to Latrell Mitchell. As Latrell gets brought down on the Rabbitohs 45, which is a big chance now. A good chance for South Sydney to get some points on the board as they make it past halfway on the second tackle. As Burgess now breaks past the 40, still going, and gets brought down 35 metres away from the try line here for the third tackle. And now Latrell, good old double pump, and he gives it off to Kotalatangi for the fourth, and he's now inside the 20 now, South. And it's a set restart, and it's passes to Johnston. Oh, and they're saying it was a forward pass here. There was a forward pass, and I believe Johnson stepped out anyways, trying to dive for the line, so it's going to be possession here for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs dodge a bullet. So Damien Cook gives it off to Walker, then to Latrell, and it's a forward pass, and he didn't really matter anyways because Johnson stomped way outside the line for a dive to the corner. Been relatively calm the first 10 minutes so far of this matchup, so who knows? So there's a scrum feed there by the Bulldogs. There's Kotrick, who gets brought up just in front of the 10. Hello, Lewis Webby. And that is there's a Tony now getting brought down on the Bulldogs 25 on the third tackle. There's Waddell trying to break through, gets brought down on the Bulldogs. He is a para supporter. Well, you'd be cheering at the moment. Currently second place on the ladder. Still with a game to play, of course, as they play the Tigers on Monday. So last tackle here for the Bulldogs, just short of halfway, and it's a kick by Flanagan. And it's been taken there by Johnston, who gets brought down on the Rabbitohs 20. And now Reynolds. No, that is Mansour, sorry. Who gets brought up on the past the 30. And that is Graham, who makes it past the 35 for the third tackle here. And now Cook goes from dummy and he makes it onto halfway for the fourth. Now they got Graham. And Graham tries to get a pass. That's gone backwards. Oh, no, it hasn't. It's gone forward. So possession lost there by South Sydney. So it's going to be a scrum feed for the Canterbury on their 40. So 60 metres away for a full set of 6 to potentially get some points on the board. So 60, nearly 58% possession to South 42. It's good. It's a bit of a dodgy pass there. As Hopperwide gets brought down just shy of the 40. Now it's Waddell who gets brought down the 40 as well. Some good solid defence now coming in for South Sydney in these last 5 minutes. Is that is a Tony who does make it just short of halfway for the third tackle. And it's trying to, as Napa makes it 40 metres away from the try line now for the fourth tackle. As Flanagan gives it off to Waddell. Now just short of the 30. Now 30 metres away from the try line now. Last tackle for the Bulldogs. As Flanagan with the kick. And the Mansell gets the take. And he gets dragged back to the goal line dropout. So big chance here for the Bulldogs here as Mansell with the take, and he gets picked up and dragged inside the goal line into the goal mouth. So it's going to be a goal line dropout here for South Sydney. And good chance here for the Bulldogs to get some points on the board from this full set of 6. Big strength there by this Elliott, the second rower. And there's the kick. It went for a short drop kick, and it was picked up there by Kotrick, and it's 25 metres away from the try line from the first tackle. Now Flanagan gives it off to Hetherington, who charges inside the 20 for the second tackle. And Topine gives it off to Flanagan. Oh, it's a big wrap up there. Campbell Graham with a fantastic tackle to wrap him up. They're going to go short side again here. They've got numbers, and it's Allen and Latrell Mitchell, able to chase it, and he is grounded it, so it's going to be another goal line dropout here for South Sydney. Bit interesting when you go for a short drop kick within 12 minutes into a match. So the pass was shotted out to Allen. Allen goes for a grubber kick, and Latrell Mitchell just grounds it to get rid of the trouble. It's another short dropout here by South, and it's, again, gone to the Bulldogs, and now they're 15 metres away from the try line from the first tackle. They must really have a lot of faith in their defence, South Sydney, as the Bulldogs are now inside the 10. Hetherington now able to shun people off. Now it's Topine, and it's been held up by 5 people just short of the line here. And it's a set restart here for the Bulldogs. And now Napa gets brought down 5 metres away from the try line for the first tackle. Oh, no, that must have been close there. The video ref they're gonna go for it. They're gonna check to see if he made it to the line here. I don't think he made it, but they're gonna check. It is number 13. It is a Tony. They're going to check to see if he's made it to the line. Does he? He's short. He's held on to it, so it is play on, but he is just short of the line. So it's going to be continuing for the Bulldogs players. He still holds on to it. It's not like Mitch Barnett where he gets up and then stands up. He gets over and stands up. So it's no try to the Bulldogs, but it is the third tackle. Hetherington now gets brought down on the 5 for the fourth tackle. And Flanagan now. They get wrapped up on the 5 now. Last tackle here for the Bulldogs. And Qatar with the kick. High up in the air. And it's been picked up by Johnston. They want to check to see who probably knocked it on. I believe Canterbury got a hand to it, so I think it will be a 20-metre restart here for South Sydney. Oh, so they're going to check to see if they potentially grounded it from Johnston's knock on. So could be another potential set of 6 here for Canterbury. So Katoa makes the kick. They're onside here. So Johnston goes up for the catch. Looks like a double knock on. They're trying to figure out if Johnston or Katoa makes contact. Because it looks like both hands touch it. So they're going to check to see, because as it stands, it's going to be another goal line dropout by South Sydney. Johnson definitely touches it. They're just trying to see if Katoa... I don't think Katoa touches it. But because Johnson is facing his goal line, that means it would be going back. So that would mean... if Katoa has touched it, then it's going to be a knock on. So it's been grounded by the Rabbitohs inside the half. They're really trying to review this. They are taking their sweet ass time looking at it. I think... oh... So they're saying it was knocked back there by Johnson. It says it touches Hopewade. So it'd be a 20-metre restart for the Rabbitohs. But they were all looking at Katoa. So it's a 7-tackle set here for South Sydney. There's stream quality a bit dodgy, but South Sydney gets a 7-tackle set, and that's the first tackle. That is by Sewer, who makes it to the 40. That's good for the first tackle. And Totola makes it onto halfway for the second tackle. And it's a set restart here for South Sydney, with Burgess making it past the Bulldogs 40 metres away from the try line, and it's the first tackle. Oh, still no tackle, so it's another set restart. So now this is the first tackle for the South Sydney. Either 30, and now it's passed on the heads, and it's gone to Mansour. Mansour still running here. In the 20, he's trying to break through gaps here, and he's made it just short of the 10-metre line for the second tackle. Now Murray gives it off to Cook. Now Totola gets put up short of the line. So Cork goes short side. And they've got numbers to Mansour, and Mansour will go through. The pass from Cook and to Reynolds, and then straight bullet pass to Josh Mansour, and gets the first try of the game. So it's 4-0 with a kick to come for South Sydney. Mansour able to beat one player and just slip through a gap to make it 4-0. Is that Mansour's first try for the Rabbitohs? I don't think it is. The 7th try against the Bulldogs there for Mansour. So now there's going to be a kick here from pretty much from the sideline here. It's going to be very interesting to see how this kick will go here for Reynolds. That's actually not exactly from the sideline, but it's past that line where it's near the far end of the field. And here's from Reynolds. He slots it in between the sticks, so it'll be 6-0 to South Sydney. 20 minutes gone in this first half. 21 minutes left. So Lewis unfortunately failed his HIA, so it is not coming back onto the field. So here's the kickoff here for the Bulldogs. And it's picked up there by South. And that is Burgess who gets wrapped up on the 15 of the board for the first tackle. And second brought up by the second. Not many people, to be fair. I know the Sydney show's currently going on at Stadium Australia, but it's a bit odd. Oh, it's a penalty. It was a knock on there, but it's a penalty here for South Sydney. Kurt's training cards also had no chance passing the HIA. Yeah, ever since when he got back up and he basically fell over, there's no way you're getting back up from those. Coming back into the game. So it's a legal steal, so it's a penalty here for South Sydney. So it's a full set of 6 inside of the Bulldogs half, so it's another chance for the Rabbitohs to get some more points on the board. So there's the first tackle there. That is Murray, who gets brought to just short of the 40. And Burgess now for the second tackle. Makes it 30 metres away from the try line now, Souths. There's Reynolds. Reynolds gets wrapped up there by Hetherington, 25 metres out for the third tackle. They've got numbers on the right side here. That is Graham. Still inside. He's now inside the 10 for the fourth. Kill going here is Totola. Now gets brought down on the 10 now. Last tackle here for South Sydney. It's gone to the left side. Try to get a grubber, but it's been picked up there by Hopewade. And Mitchell, you're getting handsy as Gagai. There's a bit of handcuffs. Mitchell and Hopewade kind of getting into it. There's Mitchell trying to slam Hopewade. Oh, there's a little bit of handbags at the moment. No punches being thrown. So Hopewade gets the loose shoe by of Latrell and just throws it. Are they giving it a knock on? No way. Are they seriously giving that a knock on against Canterbury? Sure, they're going to they're challenging it. I would too. How is that a knock on? So Hopewade tries to play the ball. And it literally has been ripped out by Latrell when he's trying to play the ball. How do you mess that up? There is literally a sideline official right there, so it's a penalty to the Bulldogs. How do you not see that? There's the first tackle there by the Bulldogs on the 20. How do you not? Illegal steal. Big slam there on Flanagan. So intensity has picked up a little bit here for this Good Friday clash. It's a third tackle there by the Bulldogs on their 30. As Ogden makes it to the 40. And it's a kick on the 4th tackle here for the Bulldogs. It's a great kick. And Latrell has to pick it up near the goal mouth, and he's been pushed out, and it's going to be a goal line dropout by South Sydney. What an absolute brilliant kick there by Katoa, who bounces along the line into the goal mouth. That is from 60 metres. That is an absolute dream kick there. And it bounces and stays. And it would have stayed in right on that corner of going out. That is a brilliant kick. So it's another goal line dropout here by South. And at this time, it is a long kick. As Ogden now makes it to the to 30 metres out on the first tackle. That is number 10. That is Hetherington, who makes it with some post-contact metres, 15 metres away for the second tackle. Momentum now here for the Bulldogs. That is a Tony. He makes it to the 5 as he gets wrapped down by 3 big men. Hetherington now trying to go for the charge, but gets brought down short. And it must have been a knock-on there, and it's a knock-on by the Bulldogs. You can't make up these decisions. These are just not looking good. We've taken chances here for the Bulldogs. So it's going to be a scrum feed inside the 10, inside the rank 10 for South Sydney. It's getting very handsy at the moment from the scrum feed. They're getting vindicated on how to take a scrum feed, but now it's played on, and that is Gagai getting brought down for the first tackle inside the on their 20. And it's a 6 again. It's another set restart here for the Rabbitohs. They've had like 5 of them so far. And it's now first tackle here for the Rabbitohs now on their 40. Well, it's the second, actually. That's the 5th set restart here for the Rabbitohs. They've got numbers here along the left. That is Graham not breaking through, and that's a 4th tackle on the 30 metres out from the try line here. As Mansour now gets brought down on the 20 for the last tackle for South Sydney. They're going in the short side for the grubber. As been picked up there by Tapai. Next to the 20, up the fucking chaos. Just bear with me for a second. We'll be back. We're back. So we don't know what happened. There must have been a knock-on because now South Sydney have possession for the first tackle inside the 10 metres out for the try line here. And that is Nichols just tries to break through for the second, but just short of the line. So it's passes there. Now Arrow gets brought down for the 3rd. And Cook tries to break through with a fast pass to a forward, but he gets held up. And it's a penalty to South Sydney for a push on the neck. Bulldogs are a bit too reckless at the moment with giving away set restarts and penalties because all the momentum they built up just goes right away. So it looks like, is it going to be a kick to 2? No, it's going to be a tap for a set for 6, I think. No, Reynolds is going to kick. So Jack Hetherington is now on report here for the Bulldogs, as Reynolds is going to take the 2 to make this an 8-0 lead right in front. So now this to make it 2 unconverted try margin right in front, easy as you like. As Reynolds makes it 8-0 with 13 minutes to go in this first half. That's number 13 here for South Sydney, Murray coming off here. So Benji Marshall has now come on the field. I honestly don't understand why they don't have Benji Marshall starting. I know Reynolds is good, but when they were playing the Storm in the first round, Rabbitohs looked lost. But then when Marshall came on, there was order a dude with of a caliber like Benji Marshall as kickoff has happened. Oh, it's a big hit. Uh-oh. Hang on. Got a problem here. So it's a big hit. Hetherington. So it's a penalty to South Sydney. They're calling for Hetherington, who just got put on report for a potential, saying that he did that hit intentionally. This doesn't look good here. So Hetherington went for the run. So he went for the player. He went for a bit of a shoulder, and he misses him. So it's a shoulder charge penalty. This makes no sense because Hetherington just got put on report, and then it was a penalty for a shoulder charge, which doesn't even make contact with the South player. So I have no idea how that makes no sense to me. So now it's a third tackle here. Reynolds gets brought down 40 metres away from the try line for the third. I don't know how I feel about that. It's Cook now from the fourth. It's given it off to Arrow. We've got pass back to Marshall. Let's play on here. It's Walker 15 metres away now. Last tackle for the Rabbitohs. Now Marshall goes for a kick. And it's been picked up there by the Bulldogs. So Hopoato now gets it onto the 20. And it's a set restart here for the Bulldogs as Meaney gets brought down. Second tackle here on the Bulldogs near the 40. That's number 11. That's number 11. That is Elliott now being brought down on the 40 for the third. Now fourth tackle. They made it past halfway now for the last tackle here for the Bulldogs. What can they do here? It's Flanagan with a high kick. It's been picked up there by Johnston, who gets wrapped up there by Katoa on the Rabbitohs 25. That's another tackle here for the third. as they make it past the 40. Another quick meters being made here by South Sydney here. And it's a big wrap up there. But big meters there for Souths. That was Cottle Matangi. He makes it past halfway for the 4th. And Cook now just goes straight through a gap, easy as you like. He's got numbers and gives it off to Walker and gets a try under the black dot. So now it is 12-0 with a kick to come. Cook just blazes through a hole, easy as you like. And I believe it was number 13. It was a Tony who gets sold on that dummy. And the numbers, it was a 3-on-1 as Walker gets the bound. It was number 15, sorry. It was Britt who fell for it. And just like that, 12-0 with a kick to come inside the last 10 minutes of the game. So now, that's the thing though, the Bulldogs have been going actually like rather alright comparing with the circumstances. It's just, Rabbitohs are just too good at the moment. So it's going to be a kick right in front here for Reynolds. And straight down the middle, it is 14-0 with 7.5 minutes remaining in this first half. It's going to be very interesting to... It's odd because the Bulldogs aren't playing that badly. It's just... They just keep giving away set restarts and penalties. So there is the kickoff there to restart the game. It's a big tackle from the first, and that's the second. That is number 17. There's Arrow, and it's a knock on here as Topin has gotten the ball here. So now there's a chance here for the Bulldogs 15 metres away from the try line. I don't know what happened here. I don't know, because I was looking down on my notes. I don't know if it was a knock-on or a strip. But now the Bulldogs are really close to potentially getting some points on the board. And Hopewade now gets wrapped down just short of the 10 on the third tackle. And now that is Ogden who makes it short for the fourth tackle. They went backwards and the ball was lost, and it went backwards, and Mansour has picked it up here. It's not looking good for the Bulldogs here. And now Latrell Mitchell gets wrapped up on the 40 inside his own half for the third tackle. I honestly feel if the Rabbitohs score again in this half, I feel like it might be game over already. There's fourth tackle there on halfway. Then Reynolds gets held up. Last tackle, 40 metres away from the try line here for Souths. There's Marshall with a kick. Picked up here by Meaney. And he gets brought down on the 10. That's a wrap up there on Allen. Bulldogs are making up metres here at the moment. As that is Qatar. I have noticed Walker's getting a few elbows in, I gotta say. None of them are contacted yet, but it's a bit interesting. But he's going into tackles with that stance. As Hetherington makes it through halfway for the last tackle. 45 metres away now, the Bulldogs. That's Flanagan with the kick. And it's picked up here by Mitchell. There it's brought down on the 15 for the first tackle. And that's from the second on their 20. And that is Gagai, who gets brought up on the 30. And that's number 12 there. That is Suo, who gets brought down for the 4th. And the Souths make a pass halfway for the last tackle here. That is Arrow. And it's a kick over the top here. There is a bounce. And Johnson trying to make a touch, but it has gone out. So it's going to be Bulldogs possession inside the 15. Commentators were just bringing it up. The biggest win that South Sydney have had in these Good Friday clashes was 20-10. Which is very interesting, because usually these matches are relatively close. So we've got 3 minutes 20 remaining here in this first half. Bulldogs need to make 85 metres from this first tackle to potentially get some points on the board. There's a second tackle there by for the Bulldogs inside on the 25. Bit of a tough tackle, and it's going to be a penalty here for the Bulldogs. They're going to check it's a pick-up and drop potential, because the Rabbitohs have been a bit aggressive, I must say, in the last 5 minutes. Like, Walker's been a part of it, and it's Kaloa Matangi who gets brought down, because they're going to review for a pick-up and drop. That does look like a pick-up and drop, actually. And he tries to slam him. Because you can't do a pick-up and drop, so it is a penalty here. And Keon Kolomatangi is now on report. So you can't do that. So Kolomatangi is on report, and Hetherington is also on report. So the Bulldogs now from the first tackle on the 40. As Hetherington makes it past the 25. And it's a third tackle there inside the 20 now. 15 metres away from the try line here on the third tackle. Hetherington has made already 100 metres so far this game. There's Tapine now. Fourth tackle, 15 metres away. It's a big charge here for Ogden as he's inside the 10 for the last. Last tackle here for the Bulldogs. Flanagan. And Kotrick's trying to go for a grubber, but it's too big. So it'll be a 20-minute restart here and a 7-second set for South Sydney with 1 minute 38 remaining in this first half. The first tackle on Mansour on the 30. And Latrell's... No, it's Gagai, sorry. He's gone on to the 40 for the first, because forgot 0 tackles for the 7 set. So second tackle there by Souths on halfway, as that is Nichols, who makes it 35 metres away from the try line for the third tackle now. The Rabbitohs have got numbers here, but it's a big wrap up there. 15 metres away from the try line now for the fourth tackle. 50 seconds remaining. That's Cook. Cook's still going. Still on to the 10 now. Reynolds. Now Reynolds going for a grubber. And it's picked up there by Flanagan with 40 seconds remaining. Got to make 95 metres in 30 seconds to try to get some points on the board here, the Bulldogs. And now it's a knock on here by the Bulldogs. So now it's a scrum feed if they're going to set up the scrum. And our time is off. 8 seconds remaining. Can the Rabbitohs get one more chance to get some points? But it's a captain's challenge here by the Bulldogs to review it. Just reviewing the tab for halftime. But we are all good. So it is a knock on. So 8 seconds remaining. So one play for the Rabbitohs. Can they get more points on the board? So here we go. The one play, kick over the top, and it's gone out. They shocked everyone from Walker, and there goes the halftime siren. As Walker's having words at the moment. So at halftime, it is 14-0 to the South Sydney Rabbitohs. So I'm going to take a little bit of a halftime break. Everybody can do what they like, and we'll be back for the second half of this matchup.